I would have checked. I'll get rid of that. I'll get rid of that. So that get rid of that as well. Hi guys, and here again from Mad Lad Designs, continuing the print and play playthrough of 9 Card Siege. And we are on day 2. So the first thing we're going to look at, enemy lines. Our men behind enemy lines, no they're not. We skip that phase, so we turn over the card. And of course we're looking at the middle bit now, day 2. So we are going to get 3 action points. And the ladder is going to move up 1. And we've got enemy fatigue +1 to, is that Capure? I don't know how to pronounce that. But that means the wall, when you try and fix the wall. So +1 to trying to fix the wall, to the raids and sabotage actions. Ooh. So, what can I do? I certainly want to get these down. And let's go with the battering ram. I'm going to try and get the battering ram. So I need a 4, 5 or 6 because this is a strength 3 and we need more. Oh yes, it's been recommended to me that I use a dice tray. I don't have a dice tray, but I was told that maybe I would have better luck if I used a dice tray. I don't have a dice tray like I said, but I do have a dice tower. Let me just go and grab that dice tower. And here it is, a little nice dice tower. Hopefully that might bring me more luck with my dice rolls. I'll move those out the way because I'm going to put it there. So what was I trying to do? I think it was a battering ram, wasn't it? I need a 4, 5 or 6. What do you think? Do you think it's going to bring me luck? Let's find out. It does. So we can push the battering ram back 1. We have 2 action points left. Let's push the ladders back 1. So we need a 3 or higher. Let's try again. Oh, I'm liking this dice tower. So we push that back 1. Of course we have to spend an action point. And let's try and push the wall back up 1 because we have a +1. So it says we need a 5 or 6, but because of the +1 we need a 4, 5 or 6. What do you reckon? Do you reckon my luck's still with me? Wow, it is. Whoever recommended getting a dice tray or a dice tower to roll in, well done, thank you very much. And then that goes back. I didn't need that +1. And of course I spent my last action point. On to the next part of the second day. Nope, enemy's not there, so we can skip that. So we're looking at the middle one. So the Dalek, the siege tower is going to move forward 1. Iron shields +1 to attacks on the siege tower. On the siege tower, I'm going to get 2 action points though. So -1 on the siege tower if I want to try and attack that. Let's get the enemy. Let's get our tunneling men into the tunnel. So 1 action point to get into the tunnel. And let's try and boost morale, I think, at this time. So another action point to boost the morale. So I need a 5 or 6. Here we go. No. So we have not boosted morale. We have no action points left. So we go on to the next day. We're not behind enemy lines. We can skip that. So we have the ladder and the battering ram moving. And we have 2 action points. 2 action points. There. So the ladder and the battering ram. Ladder and the battering ram. Oh, they're getting really close. But we do have a +1 to attacks on the battering ram. Okay, so I am going to attack the battering ram. So it says strength 3, so I would have needed a 4, 5 or 6. However, I'm going to get a +1 on this for the battering ram, and I'm going to use 1 action point. Yes, knock the battering ram back. While we're at it, I'm going to knock it back again while we've got a +1. Let's see if I can get that battering ram back. So 3 equals the strength of 3, but because we've got the +1, it's a 4, which means I can knock that back. Alright, we're not doing too badly for day 2. Next part of the day, we're not behind enemy lines. Flip the card. We get 2 action points. Put them there. We have the sword, so we're playing catch up. So whatever's behind, which is the battering ram, is going to catch up 1. Illness. Oh dear, there's illness among our men. Reduce morale by 1 and reduce supplies by 1. Oh dear. Morale by 1, supplies by 1. Okay. So we definitely need supplies. Let's pay 1 to get our men all the way through the tunnel. Let's pay another 1 to try and grab some supplies. So 3, 4, 5 we'll grab 1 supply, a 6 we'll grab 2 supplies, a 2 does nothing, and a 1 means we've got caught. If we get caught, our morale's going to go down to 0. No. And that's a 4. So we get 1 supply. I'm happy with that. But that is the end of the day. Well, no, it's not. I tell lies. It's the end of the part of the day. So we move on to the next part of the day. Are we behind enemy lines? Yes, we are. Let's not get a 1. And we get a 3. That's okay. So flip the card. Looking at the middle one, or the trebuchet attacks. We're going to get 2 action points. The trebuchet is at 3. So we're looking at 3. 2 damage to the wall. 1, 2. Right, so what can we do? I am going to try and bring our morale up. So we need a 5 or 6. Come on, hope we get it. Oh, we get a 1. Typical. Let's try the morale again. I want that morale up. So 5 or 6. Oh, I missed the tower completely. Was that 2 1s in a row? I think my luck's run out. Oh dear. Okay, alright. So moving on to the next part of the day, because we've run out of action points. Are we enemy lines? We are. So I'm going to roll and hopefully not get a 1. I get a 4, that's okay. Moving on with, so we're looking at the middle. Only raid and sabotage actions allowed this turn. We get 2 action points. So we can't do anything apart from raiding and sabotage the trebuchet. Now luckily I'm behind the enemy lines, so I am going to try and sabotage the trebuchet. So we need a 5 or 6. I get a 4. Can't do nothing else apart from sabotaging the trebuchet. Let's give it another go with 5 or 6. And we get a 2. Okay. Right. Moving on to the last part of the day. We are behind enemy lines. That's alright, we get a 5. Collapsed. Siege tower removed from game if on starting space. We're not on starting space. We get 2 action points. Now, does that happen immediately and is it a one-off? Or if I push this back, can then this take effect? So is it immediate or is it at any time in this turn? I'm going to say for now that it's immediate. If it was on the starting space, When I turn this card over, I would have removed it. However, it's not. Oh, and we forgot to move the ladder and the battering ram. So the ladder and the battering ram. We're going to pay 1 to enter the tunnel. And then I'm going to pay another 1 to try and get this ladder back. So remember, when it's on the circle, you can add 1 to your roll. So this is strength 2, so I'd need a 3, 4, 5 or 6, but I can add 1 to my die roll. Let's see what we get. And we get a 6. And safely push that back 1. And that is it for the end of day 2. So we now enter the end of day phase. And what we do is reduce the supplies by 1. So this is now going to go to 0. If any soldiers in enemy lines, they'll get captured immediately. If not, if they're in the tunnel, they automatically move to the castle, which means we gain a supply. Thankfully that supply goes back up. And then we shuffle these cards and then prepare for the 3rd day. Like so. So that's it, guys. That's the end of day 2. Let's put that back, ready for day 3. Let's see if I can actually make it through day 3. But until then, I will catch you guys later.